So I guess this is somewhere near the end of the video. I wanted to show this at the end. I still have to do something with this to cover up this hole. I originally was going to put lights in it, but didn't end up doing that because the paint's so opaque you can't really even see it anyways. So you could leave it clear and put lights in it. But anyways, that's besides the point. And I made it so that this can still come out. I'm not going to take it out right now, but you can take this piece out. So I didn't make it, like, I didn't make this go up through here and into here. Partly because this is at an angle, this part, and I didn't have it angled the way I wanted it to, so I just can adjust it. That being said, I wanted to touch on one more thing before I started explaining, because I want to explain a couple more things about this, since during that, like, the initial DIY thing, that whatever that was earlier, I didn't really address everything the exact way I did it, or I did, but I was kind of making it up as I went around. I was making it up as I went, so I don't know if I have everything accurate to how I did it. So I just want to touch base with that here at the end. So, ooh. So let's go. Okay, so before I start doing that, as you can see, there is a dent right here, and it goes around to right here. This wasn't originally there. This is a warning. Do not get this plastic near your heat gun. I accidentally had my heat gun I had this off to the side, but my heat gun still got it, and it melded it down there, and now it's got this dent that I really don't like, but there's really nothing I can do about it. So that's just a warning. Keep your heat gun away from your plastic, or any piece that you don't want getting warped or messed up in any way. Just be careful with that. So yeah, let's get on to the initial. I mean, there's not much to explain here because most of what I said earlier in the video is what I did. It's just there's a couple things that were done differently. So I just wanted to go over that. You know, I think I did pretty much go over everything, because the main difference is that I didn't put this up through this piece, like going up through this and into here, and I didn't attach this, because I think I mentioned earlier in the video that I was going to attach it somehow, but I ended up not doing that. So that's, like, I think pretty much the only thing I really had to go over. And then this right here, I don't know if you can see it, but I put a gradient on it. It's kind of hard to see. Let me turn this light on back here and see if it helps. There we go. Didn't really help too much. But yeah, there's a gradient. It's like light blue. I used mica powder for that really, really fine glitter. I use it a lot on doll repaints and stuff, but I used that to create a gradient look, and then I dumped some fine glitter onto like these, like right around here, and it just gets, you want less and less as you go, and I didn't want a ton of glitter, but there's some glitter there. It's kind of hard to see. So yeah, I didn't want to go overboard on that. But then I also have a Swarovski crystal right here. So I've got a little teardrop crystal here. I've got some pearl ribbon string. You can get this in the ribbon area, I believe, at craft stores. And then these little rhinestones, they came off of, I just cut them off of this chain here. I just cut them off of this chain here and used those in these areas as just little accents, because it technically doesn't have these, but I wanted to add a couple, like, my own little touches. So you don't need to add these. It's up to you. You do your staff however you want. If you want it to be 100% accurate, do it that way. If you want to add your own little details, add your own little details. Do them the way you want to do it. I'm just showing you how I decided to do it. And then I have this resin crystal here, and Oh, that's another thing I changed. Like this part up here and this down here in the heart, I originally had these pink, but I decided I wanted to go with more of a like creamy color. So yeah, and this is a little more on the gold side. So I decided to do that, and then I added these little beads up here. And there's some parts like you can replicate in different ways, and you don't have a way to make, say, the crown. You could replicate it. Like I did something a little different with the crown too, because it's got that crown that goes around this part. Like this is supposed to be a crown. So I ended up using Warbler there instead of the top of this. And I just put little divots. I don't know if that's the right word, but it goes down a little bit, give it a little bit more of a shape. And then to do the parts that kind of come up like those crowns, those regal crowns that have those like parts that kind of go around it like that, kind of like this, I just use more of this chain to do. And then this under here is just a chandelier crystal. You can find them on eBay or on bead websites. So yeah, but I love this. It's a glass crystal, so it's like really, really shiny. But yeah, you don't need to do this gradient part. You can have it all white, or you can do the pink version. But I based it off of a couple different versions that you see. So she has the pink version, the multicolored version that's in Sailor Moon Crystal's like halfway point of the episode, or at the end of the episode it shows the picture. And then there's just like the white version. And I was initially going to do the white version, but I kind of wanted to have a little pop of color in there just because this costume, Neo Queen Serenity, it's just got so much white on it, and it's beautiful, but I just wanted to add a little bit of color just so it's not all like the same. I mean, it does have some color differences and stuff, and it depends on the artist and how they do it, and there's many different renditions of it, but I wanted to just add a little bit of color to it. So, and anyways, that we go down to the bottom here. Oh, before I do that, this part right here, look at this, it's a little wobbly. Wait, let me see. Yeah, it's a little wobbly, so it kind of like curves a little bit. I should have put something in it to keep it from being wobbly. So yeah, to keep it from the wobble, to keep it from doing that, you could put, what are those things? I think they have some sort of piece you can put inside of these to keep them from being wobbly, and I thought there was somebody who said you could use some sort of foam. There's ways to keep these from being wobbly. You could probably, I can't think of the exact way right now, but there are ways. So I would suggest looking up like how to make PVC pipe less wobbly cosplay or something like that, props. Because there are ways. I just can't. Is it called a doil? No, that's not what it is. I can't think of what it's called. Otherwise, I could help better. I'll put a link in the description. I'll look for something that explains what I'm trying to say, and I'll put it in the description. It should help with the wobble. So I should have done that, and I was going to do that, but then I put this bottom piece on before I could get something inside of it because I forgot. So yeah, if you're gonna do that, put it in before you put your bottom piece on. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to get it in. So yeah. Don't put this on before you do that. So, oof, this is kind of hard. Just let me lay that up against my bed. But here I added more. There's some more of this ribbon here. There's some gold glitter. There's some more of the gradient I did. I wanted galaxy-like colors. I didn't want it to look exactly like any of the versions. I kind of just wanted it to be mixed. So here's the rhinestones. They go all the way around on those pieces. I just used Warbler to create this part. And I used Warbler on a lot of it because I wanted it finer, and a lot of the pieces that came on that like baseball thing just weren't fine enough. But you can do it. There's many ways you can do this. You can get creative and find ways to do it, or you could just do it the way I did it, or yeah, you might have a better method. So this is just how I made mine. So yeah, that's Warbler. And the rhinestones around it, goes the whole way around. And then the bottom, oof, this is gonna hit my ceiling. Oh, there you can see the wobble, I think. Okay, let me get it started. Okay, it's not really showing up too well, but you get the point. Oh, there it goes. So down here, this is a wood piece. And what I used for that. It might have been Warbler. I think it was Warbler for that piece. And then there's more of this pearl trim. and then this is Warbler, and this is Warbler. So yeah, and that's got some glitter on it because I have the blue gradient on the bottom as well as the top. So you can see it's bluer here, and then it's white in the middle, and then obviously the top is the blue on it. And I just want to point out one more thing in regards to this. You don't have to, I think I already said that. You can make this in any color you want. You might want the pink version. I personally don't care for the pink version with her Neo Queen Serenity dress. It's pretty, the pink version is pretty, I just don't like it with that dress. I feel like it should be with a different dress. I just kind of wish they would have stuck with this version in crystal. So, but the pink version's beautiful too. It's just a personal thing. I don't really care for it with that dress too much. I'd rather have a little, if it was like lighter pinks and stuff, I think it could work, but I like the delicate colors a little bit more with that dress. So something a little more subtle, I guess, is more so than delicate. That's what I'm trying to say. But there's also, I have like edges of this like cream ivory type color right around here. Beige. Got that going around here. There's some glitter on here. And you don't have to add these pieces either. I just wanted to add them. And I kept a little bit of the matte texture here because honestly, I kind of like the texture you get from some of those things that you use to build your stuff. So you do you. You can get it totally flattened, and yeah. And originally, this baseball piece, this is another thing you could do. You could use these little parts here that go around like the thread in the baseball. You could use that as this piece that I have wrapped around here. That's what I was originally going to do, but then it didn't match up the way I wanted it to, so I ended up making a piece to go around it. But you could just use this too. So, but it adds a little bit extra too in addition to this. Like I said, I kind of spunked this out a little bit. But that's just something you can do if you want to. So yeah, that's that. I hope that explanation is decent. If it's not, feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I hope this helps, and just cosplay away. I don't know how to end this, so take care everyone. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.